y'all. Tracey, Charles of a Long-Haired Girl here. Jumping on to kind of fill everybody in and give you an update. I am not doing 100%, although I will tell you, when I have felt like eating, I have really enjoyed the bowls. If you follow me over on Instagram, I actually posted several of the yogurt bowls that I have been eating in the mornings, and it has really, when I haven't felt like eating a lot, but I felt like eating, those yogurt bowls have really been helpful. Kind of changing up the fruit a little bit, and it seems to help, and it satiates me. And today actually I added in, I have an unflavored vegetarian protein powder that I had purchased. I bought it for another reason, but I thought, you know what, why not? Let's add it into my yogurt bowl and see if it helps keep me satisfied a little longer. And it did help a little bit. I made it until after 11 before I started even thinking about food, so that's a positive. But to kind of fill you in, I went back to the doctor last Thursday, I believe it was. Sorry, my days have all kind of been running together. I believe it was last Thursday. I go see him again in about a month. He released me from actually going to physical therapy, but I am to continue my exercises at home. And I'll be real honest, I have not been the best at doing them, so I really have to get better. I have been doing, like the other morning I did a little bit of yoga. I wound up having to modify, but I did notice that really seemed to help. I did one, I think it was a Yoga with Adriene series that had, it was specifically for like neck, shoulder, upper back. So while I had to modify one of the moves, I was thankful because like some of the other things I had seen were, they really wanted you to go down on your, like into downward dog. And I can't do that right now. I can't. The new weight limit is 3 pounds on this right hand. I can lift, he said, approximately a half a gallon of milk, but nothing more than that. So that's kind of been, it's been an interesting situation. But he did tell me that I could move my stand-up desk up and down if I needed to. And I've done that actually a couple of times today, in fact. Still working on some flexibility, trying to get the arm behind my back, but that overall I feel like was good news. He said if I started feeling like I was getting stiff, which I've really, even if it's not my specific PT exercises, I will sit and do this just to try to get, some movement in my shoulder. Because there's not a restriction as far as how I can bend or raise my arm. It just gets a little uncomfortable to do that. Or sometimes I'll sit and just do some shoulder shrugs, to kind of make sure that I'm not getting too tense. But that seems to be progressing well. Still can't put my arm up as high as he would like, but honestly, I showed him. He didn't ask me to do it again this time. But even he commented that I was making improvement. I have, very exciting, 2 weeks ago, I guess, before I had my last day at therapy, I French braided my hair. Like, I French braided my hair for the first time since before surgery. Um, it was not my best work, but praise the Lord, I managed to do it by myself. My arm didn't get so tired that I had to stop midstream, although I will tell you, as soon as I got to kind of that nape of my neck area, I had to actually pull the braid around um, and change my arm position because I can't keep going in this position and make it too far down my head. Um, the other thing that I noticed that is kind of funny, um, after I hit a certain point when I pull my braid down, after I hit a certain point while I am braiding, I actually have to put some of the hair back behind my neck again so it doesn't hang so far down, or my arms are not long enough. So anyway, fun little piece of trivia there. Also went back to my allergy doctor, still continuing to take my shots. So far so good. We seem to be having good results. She and I actually had a lengthy conversation about the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, but we also had a conversation about the fact that I've not had to have antibiotics since like February of 2020, which for me, before, I had to have antibiotics at least once a quarter, it seemed, because I was forever getting sinus infections. So I know my allergy shots have helped a great deal. Then I went to the dermatologist. He found the physician's assistant, actually found a spot on my thigh, and I couldn't tell him how long it had been there. So he wants me to come back in a month to check that. So if you're a praying kind of person, if you would just say a little prayer about that it is nothing, I would appreciate it. But one of the main reasons that I wanted to come on here is I actually want to talk about goals for the coming month. I wanted to get this up before the 1st, but everybody wanted to close before the end of the month, and it was just, our work days were very frustrating. Anyway, my goals for the month of September, I want to focus on my skincare. Aside from this spot having appeared, I have actually purchased I think it's CeraVe. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, I bought the moisturizers for AM and PM, but I also bought the face wash. And I've been using that every day, and in the morning and at night, which is not usual for me. I have never been that person who washes their face twice a day. I haven't. I think I did as a teenager briefly, but it was short-lived because I think I got a sunburn and I got mad at my mom because she told me not to do it. Anyway, so I want to focus on my skincare. I want to focus on 75 ounces of water at least a day. That is 3 of these. And yes, Anita, I have my water. As far as my food is concerned, I mentioned to y'all before, I have been tracking calories, but I've also been tracking points. My primary focus has been on trying to hit my calorie goal, but it doesn't always happen. Like last night, I think it was, or it may have been the night before. Last night I went way over on points. I think I was at 24 points, but I still had calories left. Um, I've been struggling to eat because I was super nauseous and wound up with a migraine yesterday, but I've not been hungry in the morning, so that has been a bit of a struggle. Um, but my big things with my food is I want to track, which I've been doing pretty good the last several days. I want to track, and I want to focus on whole, real foods versus so much of the processed foods. Um, I want to do some sort of a walk or a workout. You know what, I'm going to say a workout 3 times a week, because it may be yoga or some sort of modified stretching, um, to help this, but also to kind of help with my back. And then I also want to do PT 5 times a week, at minimum. As far as my mind is concerned, I want to read at least 10 minutes. Oh, I didn't bring my book in here. But I want to read at least 10 minutes. But I also am trying to spend time doing a Bible study, because several of the women with my church have been doing a Bible study. We just started working on Elijah. And so far it's very interesting. For my monthly goals, I want to really focus on doing a picture at least once a month and focusing on my non-scale victories. And I am also, my husband is helping me, and we're measuring various parts of my body. But anyway, I'm really trying to come up with a better schedule and trying to get back into a routine. It's been a little difficult, y'all. Anyway, those are my goals for the month of September. I know it kind of sounds very similar to what I've done before. And you know what? I'll be real honest. A lot of it is stuff that I've said I wanted to do before. But if you don't see me posting on my Instagram, or you don't see a video from me, reach out. Send me an email, because I really need the accountability. I have been struggling in that regard. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me. I am hoping to get on here again at some point, perhaps this weekend. Something popped into my head, and I feel like it's something that is worth sharing with, with y'all, because I know I struggle with it, and I think it's quite possible that other people struggle with it as well. So, having said all that, I will try to insert my picture for the month, and I will see you hopefully this weekend at some point. Have a great day, y'all. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, shoot me an email, any of the above. I would appreciate it. Have a great day, y'all.